Somebody had requested a video on the Dana 60 solid axle swap that I did, so I thought I'd make a little video of it. The truck was really clean a minute ago, but I just took it down to the mud pit and got a little dirty. So it's not going to be as good of a video for the Dana 60 to show you what I did, but you know, here it is. I actually got a Dana 60 out of a 95 f350 for 400, I think. It was 400 or 450. I think I got it for 400, and it was all there. I got it with the steering arm, the upper arm, all the way up to the drop pitman, which I had to use my own drop pitman for the 4 to 6 inch lift. But it had everything there, and it came with the track bar. You have to make sure when you're getting a Dana 60 it's got thick plates, because that's one of the issues I saw, was all the plates were thin on them. And then you got to make sure you get that plate too, so you can't find those. They don't make them aftermarket. And then mine had a bad tie rod end sleeve, so I ended up replacing the tie rod end and the sleeve. I also pulled both the axle shafts out, replaced the U-joints, put some Moog U-joints in there, and I painted the axle shafts red. You can kind of see underneath the dirt now. But I did both sides U-joints, and then it was out of a dually with the 410s, which is what I needed. So I had to swap the hubs over. The Dana 50 hubs are interchangeable, so I used the Dana 60 spindle, which has like a bigger grease fitting on the end, or dust shield, than the Dana 50 does for the knuckle for the Dana 60. So swapped my hubs over, but kept the Dana 60 spindles. Repacked the hubs, and then it's basically all the same, except my truck being an 89 and the new axle being a 95. You know, obviously it was the ball joint style instead of the kingpin, but the difference was the calibers were bolt on instead of using the pins, so I had to get different calibers. The old ones that came with the axle were froze up, so something to keep in mind, that I believe it's the 92 and up. The ball joint Dana 60s have bolt on calibers, while the older ones, all the kingpins, had the pin axles. Now what I had to do with the track bar, since I have more than a 4-inch lift, I heard 4 inches the max you can get away with the track bar going to the stock bolts. I just have a piece of like 3/8 steel there that I drilled 3 holes into, and then 3 holes down lower, however low I wanted to go, so that I could bolt the track bar right on there, keep it straight. And this is still good for, like, you can see probably another 4 or 6 inches of lift, so it's good for a while now. It was real simple, you know, just bolt it on there. And then another thing I had to do with 6-inch lift was customize the transmission crossmember to clear the drive shaft. Normally stock, it just goes straight from here all the way across and mounts inside the frame here with it's got like a piece that comes down there and that bolts there. It's all on the inside of the frame. So what I did, mine was already customized when I got it. It used to come down like this and straight up, but it would hit the drive shaft in here. It would contact the drive shaft right here. So I ended up just cutting it while it was still attached to the transmission and everything. I didn't put too much time into it, but I just cut it right here, angled a piece there, and came up to a piece of C, or an angle, an L, and I just bolted it to the outside of the frame, and then braced it in a few little spots there, but it's held up fine. I don't have any clearance issues now. And then one more thing that I had issues with was, with these rims offset, they wouldn't clear the caliper bracket, the bracket right in there that the caliper bolts to. They wouldn't quite clear. I needed 1/4 inch wheel spacers to space the tires out just enough to clear them with the rims, so just got to keep an eye on that when you're bolting it up. Besides that, it was pretty straightforward. That's basically what there is for the Dana 60 swap on the 89 F250s and similar models.